Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ron Sally, your pre-construction condo expert, and behind me is the sales site for my latest project, ICONA Condos in Vaughan. Watch closely as I explain an idea to you that you may or may not know this. Only smart investors know this. Invest heavily in real estate when the city expands. This happened in Toronto 15 years ago, and this is happening in Vaughan right now. Known as the Vaughan Metropolitan Centre, this is the largest rescale developments happening in the GTA right now. Think of this as Vaughan's new downtown. This master plan community will incorporate commercial space and offices, with major companies are already relocating there, including KPMG, brand new retail, shops and cafes, hotels, convention centers, a brand new entertainment district, a brand new subway stop, urban lifestyle, residential condominiums. Basically, the plan is to make it into an urban destination that is a true work-live play. Think a mini downtown community built from scratch with billions of dollars in funding. And the best part of it all is there's going to be an extension of the subway line that connects straight to downtown Toronto, right to the heart of the community. And in the center of it all, in Vaughan's new downtown, is ICONA Condos by the Gupta Group, which is directly across from the subway. Now let's get a closer look and have an interview with Dr. Steve Gupta himself. First of all, thank you for joining me today to discuss ICONA Condos. So, Dr. Gupta, time and time again, your projects exceed everyone's expectations. We saw this with King Blue, we saw this with Dundas Square Gardens, we saw this with Rosedale on Bloor. What is this special Gupta touch that makes your development so iconic and such a hot buy?
That's a very good question, and it's difficult to answer, but all I can tell you that whatever projects we do, we put our heart and soul in it. We just don't look at the building and look at the layout or units. I mentally walk through and see if I was living there, how would I feel myself, which way the doors open, how the bathroom looks like, where the bathroom is. All these small details that we look into that. The same things we have always implemented in our hotels as well, and that make them so comfortable. That's why they're different than everybody. So I can answer by saying that people do different things, but at the Gupta Group does things differently than everybody else. We don't follow the masses. We make our own road and like to follow that road that we feel that is going to take us somewhere to iconic place.
To iconic place. I really like that.
Yeah.
With ICONA Condos happening in Vaughan, from a developer's perspective, can you tell us about Vaughan's new downtown and how it will impact the real estate values in the future?
Well, Vaughan is an exploding city right now. It's the city above Toronto, and they have really big plans, and this subway has made and will make a huge difference. And by the way, when the subway was announced in 2009, I believe, Prime Minister Harper was here, right in this hotel, in this room where we're sitting now, and I introduced him. And High Commissioner of India was here. There were a lot of people. I was on the head table. He announced the $750 million grant at that time for building the subway. Look at it now.
That's exciting.
7 years later, that happened at the same place. And it is an iconic place. So we got the right name to go with the place. And I don't know if you know, Icona in Italian is icon in English.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Moving forward, we had a few launches in 2016 in the Vaughan Metropolitan Hub that were great sellouts.
Mm-hmm.
What can you tell us about ICONA Condos and what sets ICONA apart?
Number one is the location. We are right in the heart of VMC, which is called Vaughan Metropolitan Center. Right at the corner, you start from Edgeley and interchange where we are. And this location has, I won't say anything about any other locations, but this location has everything already there. You look at the AMC theaters, you look at the Dave & Buster's, you look at the hotels, there's Marriott Courtyard, there's Residence Inn, there's a Hilton here, and there's KPMG Tower just came, and there's Royal Bank building is already there. So anything entertainment, best of best restaurants are there. Colossus just about a few blocks away west of this location. We have it all, and we are surrounded by a lot of land owned by Bentall, which is a Penreal, which is a pension fund, and they will be adding a lot of buildings. They don't do condominiums or residential usually because they want to hold their land for a long time. And for that reason, I feel we are in the center ice location of everything that's going to happen in Vaughan Metropolitan Center. And between Edgeley and Interchange, where our location is, to Jane Street, Highway 7 will be called Avenue 7.
Wow.
And around our site, there'll be a ring road connecting them both sides. So people will wonder where the trucks will go. So they'll go around like in elliptical shape, and this road will become basically a road like walking, like people have shops and they stop, and they'll be that beautiful.
It's the idea of the downtown area that we have in Toronto.
Exactly. And then the other reasons are Vaughan is where it's located, it can grow three ways and can go north, go east and west, whereas Toronto can only go east and west. And south, there's not much there. North is already developed. And this goes 400, Highway 400, Highway 400, 407 is making a huge difference. There was a day 20 years ago, I would say 404 was dividing the Toronto into east-west. Now 400 is dividing Toronto into east-west. So that makes a big difference to Vaughan, because we are, on the other side is Mississauga and West Toronto, and the other side is Markham and the east of rest of the suburban areas of Toronto.
That's amazing. That's so exciting. And Dr. Gupta, each year brings new condo launches, but as I tell my clients, not every condo is worth investing in. What is a recipe for a good condo project, and how do you analyze a good condo project location?
Number one in real estate, always location, location, location is the key, because the right location will always give you premium for your condominium capital appreciation. And the key is that the units are right sized. You have all the amenities in the building other than the location. And like I said, already all the amenities are here, all the theaters, all the restaurants, and all the roads, highways, steps to the subway entrance on the same side of the road, south side of Avenue 7 or Highway 7. And the building, the developer who is behind it, and we are putting, I tell you, in every unit, 1 gigabyte wireless internet and hardwired by Rogers. And we will, as part of the deal, will provide our buyers that they'll save probably $1,000 to $1,500 per year for the first 3 years, and then maybe $1,000 for the next 3 years. So instead of paying $150 a month, they may be paying $25, $30 a month for the internet, which is a huge saving as part of the deal. So we package everything together. We make it resort style living in a condominium, which people, because units are becoming smaller, so you need the amenity areas, the rest of the spaces, to be nicer so people can spend their time. So your condominium is for sleeping and eating and doing a little bit of work. And you have business center, we'll have the recreation party room, we'll have here on these two buildings at the top of the building. This is different than all our other projects. We were the first ones to do a 8,000 square foot rooftop garden.
That's amazing.
At King Blue.
Right.
And here we are doing in both buildings 8,000 square feet of Sky Lounge.
Sky Lounge.
Yeah, it'll be very colorful, visible from 400 and maybe from 407. And where people can go, the people, I'm talking about the residents who buy the condominiums, they can go either rent it for a party or they go and relax in the evening when they come home. They want to go and read a book, they'll sit down and do whatever they want to do. These are the extra features that we have a lot of other indoor pool, fitness center, and one central lobby, so for both buildings, and you can go east and west.
I think that's so important, especially in a condo building as well, to have the right type of amenities. I know that some buildings, they don't really focus much on the amenities. They'll give you a cookie cutter gym, or they'll give you small areas, or even just a little hot tub just for show, just to say that they have it in the building. But it's good that the emphasis is there on the condo style, on the condo.
It is important for people when you buy a space, unless you have a 4,000 square foot home.
Yeah.
So you have all those facilities in your own home. But when you buy a condominium, you buy the condominium for your living space, but rest of the space for your recreational space has to be somewhere else. And that's what we try to do, and we provide the best.
Now, speaking of that, what advice would you give to investors considering to make a transition into condo living, or first-time condo investors? What should they consider when buying a condo?
I think number one is obviously the location, the price, and facilities, and what is available or what is being provided as a part of the development in the condominium. This condominium, with the land location being at Interchange and Highway 7, and the first tallest tower in Vaughan. We have 51 stories and 48 stories, and I think the highest has been 35 or 37, something like that so far, what I've been told. And with all those facilities, and then looking at the market. Right now, market is strong, and it will remain strong for a number of years for many reasons. Number one, interest rates are low. Number two, we have a good influx of immigration every year. Canada gets about 240, 250,000 people a year. Out of that, 100 to 140,000 come to Toronto. They need, within 3 years, they buy a home, which is important for people. And house prices have gone up. In Richmond Hill this year, house prices, I'm talking about detached house prices, have gone up 58%. So it's getting beyond reach for some people to buy, so it's the right time to invest in a condominium. And the prices will have to go up. Construction prices go up every year approximately 10%, because all your union contracts with the labor are increased 3% a year. And then your oil prices, US dollar, any imports costing more money. So people don't realize that construction and then land cost goes up. So nothing is going to be what you pay today, next year will be at least 10% more.
10% more.
At least. And then depending on location, it could be more.
And that's why it's so important to buy early and get in early as fast as you can.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for your time. Hope
My
to see
pleasure.
you again very soon. Ladies and gentlemen, as you saw, the ICONA condo towers is directly across the subway. And history has shown us that anytime you purchase a condominium in close proximity to a subway, they always perform better. The subway is going to be completed in mid-2017. When that happens, there's going to be a spike in prices, causing real estate to be expensive. You have the first opportunity to purchase with me, to get in early and buy at a cheaper price. So register today at iconacondotowers.com or call 1-800-986-6796. Let me help you plan, invest, and retire.